Okay, this is Fresh Air on another one. Welcome to the show. Thanks for showing up for this one. The topic of discussion is how do people perceive you? And how do people think of you? Well, here's a little secret. Who cares what people think of you? It doesn't mean go out there and be an asshole or disrespectful to people. It means start thinking about your inner core of who you are and start learning what makes you tick. And unfortunately, when you start working on yourself and you start believing in yourself, other people are going to see your transformation of who you are, because you ain't the same person. You ain't the same person you used to be. What does that look like? Well, everything we used to like, probably you don't like anymore. I mean, not everything, but there's also other things that you used to like that now you really like, because you now see it differently. You see it with more passion. You see it with more angelic ideas. You see things that make you happy. You see the product of your self transforming into this new transformed self, where you actually are doing your self-healing, your self-love, your self-respect. You're communicating better with yourself. You're allowing yourself to have that conversation with your higher self. You're understanding that there's a greater purpose for you to be in your better self. Right? Alright. So, now, there's things that happen in your circle, your people around, or the things you watch, your distractions. Now, a good friend of mine a couple days ago, I think it was yesterday, told me, he called me up, and we had a good conversation. We haven't talked in a while, and he noticed something was different about me. He said, wow, you seem more centered, you seem more balanced, you seem more like in tune with myself, right? So what he told me was, dude, there's like a good balance of distraction, there's a good balance of love, there's a good balance of things going on, right? There's a good balance of working on you, but you also have to understand we have to take breaks sometimes. We can't always be searching for that in our routines every day to always be working on us. We gotta take breaks once in a while. You gotta find a time to laugh. You gotta find a time to heal. You gotta find a time to better understand yourself, to finally actually laugh at a comedy like Cat Williams, a classic in 2012. I mean, the best thing to do, that I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you what's working for me, and it's working for many, many others too. Okay, now what I'm talking about, it's nothing new, it's nothing special. It's called focusing in the moment. Because right now is right now. The past is the past. The future is the future, and we don't need to be thinking about that at this moment sometimes. You get what I'm saying? We need to take steps in our actions today. We got to take that first leap of faith to believe in ourselves that we're going to still go and do what we are set out to do. We're going to listen to our intuition and believe that our intuition is not lying to us. There's intuition there. Remember, like if you were in a boxing ring, you got two coaches speaking to you. One's a good one, one's a bad one. One's going to be talking all that smack, blah, 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 words, you know what I'm saying? You got the other one like an angel. But see, here's the thing. You're an angel if you start believing you're an angel. You're an angel sent from above if you start transforming your understanding of who you are. Angels have been given to me throughout my process of my journey of finding who I am, my prosperity, of my special gifts of healing, of also giving people that opportunity to believe in themselves. to believe in believing that they can get through what they've been through. We all have been through stuff in our lives. Now, it's a process to get there. So this message of today is focusing not on what everybody else is all thinking about you. Keep following in your purpose, not at the cost of other people's demise. Now, some people might get triggered by your transformation. They might get triggered by who you become because they don't believe, oh, no, how did they do that? And they don't know what you're doing behind the scenes. Do you get what I'm saying? When it comes to working on you and the process of what you do every day, your habits you do, your beliefs. You try to explain yourself the best you can, right? Your beliefs is working on you, that you find your love within yourself, because now you could then love somebody else unconditionally. And that's the truth. I told one, okay, I've been told to talk about this. There's somebody that I really feel a lot of connections with. Because what happens is what you're saying resonates with me. It's not that I make it fit. It's like different ideas that you speak about connects. It's like the vibe I've been waiting for. Ooh, I heard a dog. Anyways, it's the vibes that resonates with you. So if you're trying to find a loved one, or you haven't been in love for a while because you've been having so many setbacks in your life where you just didn't believe in yourself, it's because you had certain situations where you were your own worst enemies because of the thoughts you were thinking about. And everything that's going on in your life is actually sometimes our own demise because we don't believe in ourselves. We don't take that extra step. Just think, okay, we need to chill for a second. We need to heal. We need to relax a little bit. We need some healthy boundaries with ourselves. Do you get what I'm saying? We need to set boundaries with ourselves to understand that we can't always, every day, 24/7, be working on us. Okay? Because you can drown yourself too much, and it can get overwhelming because a lot of the messages you receive will get you spun out of control sometimes. Like, why do I know about this? Why do I know about this? Why all of a sudden I have this understanding? And why, if I speak about it, the people around me don't get it? Well, of course, because they probably haven't worked on it themselves. Do you get what I'm saying? They haven't done their inner own divine messages for themselves. They haven't put in the footsteps for them. It's far and few between people that can actually feel that understanding. You get what I'm saying? So it's really hard for people to understand what you're talking about because they get triggered. They go, oh yeah, that person's cutting corners. You can't cut corners when it comes to understanding yourself. To truly be who you want to be and be the best you got to trust in the process. Trust in your own process, not somebody else's process and how fast they got to when they got to where they've been. Now see, some of us have been working our whole lives to finally have that moment to where, oh, I can finally speak. I can finally have that understanding. I'm giving myself the opportunity to think for myself and not having somebody else to think for me. Do you get what I'm saying? We have a healthy balance in our daily routines to also understand we have to find some time for ourselves too. So if we have a busy schedule in our day, we have to find time for ourselves. We have to start creating some routines for us in our wake-up process, in our lunch process, in our dinner process, in our going to bed process. Because I can guarantee you, my mom used to always tell me, if you practice something for 30 days, it becomes a habit without even knowing. You know what I'm saying? So if you start saying certain things, it becomes a habit, it becomes a spiritual conversation or communication skill you have. It becomes a better, like, wow, I actually worked on me and I gave myself a break here. I gave myself some time to slow down and really give myself the opportunity to listen to my higher self. My higher self is that divine messages that I can receive from God. I can have that conversation and believe. And that lying, I can't lie when it comes to, how I speak. You get what I'm saying? I don't go off a script. I speak with clarity to the best of my ability. I do that because I want to help people. I want to help heal people. I want to understand. I want others to understand that there's a possible way for you too to get to that point. You get what I'm saying? That there's a purpose to this and you have to trust in it. Because, like I said, it's not what other people think of you. Okay, because we're our own worst enemy when it comes to thinking, okay? We think we can't do this. We think of that mountain. It's hard to climb that thing. Yeah, right, I'm not climbing that. Well, guess what? You didn't realize you've been climbing that mountain without even knowing that you're working on yourself and you're actually been climbing that mountain. You know what I'm saying? You're given that opportunity to understand if you were climbing up that mountain with a bag of rocks in your backpack, guess who's throwing those rocks out the back? Your higher self. Your future self is thanking you for giving this your strength to get up there. And once you get closer to your goals, that bag of rocks is starting to get released. And the weight of all that feeling of like you can't do it is no more because you believe in yourself. So this message is for somebody. And I want you to know I care about every single one of you. Millions of people out there struggle with the same struggles I've been through. And that's that struggle within ourselves. The struggle within ourselves to believe in ourselves. The strength to carry through. Believe in a higher self. You know what I'm saying? God bless all of you. And I pray that you will find the strength to get through it. It's not going to be easy. I've had ups and downs through this process. There's days where I'm like, what am I doing? What the heck am I doing? I feel like I'm beating my head against the wall when I should have been really thinking about, wait a minute, this is all part of the process. It's not that I'm banging my actual head against the wall, but it feels a headache. Like, what am I supposed to learn from this? You get what I'm saying? And so you ask for that through your intuition. What conversation should I have? What conversation do I have with myself to believe in myself? So here we go. I'm going to wrap this up. I pray that you will have everlasting life as long as you believe in a power greater than yourself. It's help carrying you through. And I pray that no weapon formed against you will prosper. And I hope this message finds you with clarity and understanding that fresh air is here for you. God bless and have a wonderful day. Amen.